Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. An American missing in Dumaguete, or is he hiding? I want to give y'all a little update on that. But first I want to talk about my situation in San Carlos City and why I'm even in Dumaguete now. You know, Maryland come down with a severe case of chicken pox, and it's severe. She's covered from head to toe in blisters and whatever it is, you know, you get when you catch chicken pox. And, you know, she's moving around, she's cooking and cleaning and everything, but it was a mutual decision that I get out of there. You know, I'm the, primary provider. And if I go down, we all go down. So I'm going to be here today and probably through the weekend, see how her situation is. If it gets worse, I'll go back home, but so far, so good. But yeah, she's in bad shape. She's almost unrecognizable, especially her face, just covered. It's scary. But anyway, a friend of mine named Scott, I'll just leave it at that. He lives in Dumaguete, on Dumaguete Island, rather. He reached out to me, he said, "Hey, Cal, a friend of mine from the States asked if I could see if I could get in touch with her nephew. He lives in Dumaguete." And I was like, "Well, I don't live in Dumaguete. I live in San Carlos City." Now, this was before I knew I was coming here. He gave me all the information and sent me a few pictures. He's a 43-year-old American, service-connected veteran who, according to the auntie, was diagnosed with paranoia. Now, I don't know what that means. I'm not a doctor. Is it paranoid schizophrenic, whatever it is. So once I decided I was coming here, I was like, okay, I'll go down there, I'll snoop around, ask a few questions, see what I can find out. But then I got the bright idea, why don't I just put it all on my Facebook page, my Sunshine Show's Facebook page, because social media has made the Philippines a very small place. I knew that somebody may have seen him or his girlfriend. And that's what happened. I get up this morning and one of my members messaged me, and she's going back and forth with the girlfriend. The girlfriend says, "Oh, just tell his family he's doing okay. And we're no longer in Dumaguete, we're in Cebu on our way to Manila. Then he's going back to the States." And I'm like, okay, well, good. I can pass that information on, wash my hands with the situation, keep on going. Well, the lady ended up blocking her. She didn't want to give her any more information. And the antennas went up on the Filipina. And she says, "Mr. Calvin, I believe she may be hiding something. She may even be hiding him. She seems to be a gold digger." This was her words, not mine. Because she's got like 4 or 5 Facebook accounts, which is not unusual over here. Even the mother's got 4 or 5. But the Filipina did some snooping. Remember, they're investigators over here and found out that the family's from Toledo City, Cebu, which is right across the bay from San Carlos City. And then Maryland said, "Well, I've seen him before." I'm thinking, "You sure, Maryland?" She said, "Yeah, I've seen him walking around here. He don't look like he's in his right state of mind." And I'm like, well, maybe it's just a case of you thinking all black men look alike. But no, come to find out, he's right over in Toledo City. So now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Is this just one of those guys who's come over here, fallen in love, and doesn't want to go back home? Or is it somebody suffering from mental illness and the girlfriend is taking advantage of him? I'm pretty sure he's getting a check. I really don't know. I don't know how much further I need to go with this. I don't want to get him in any trouble. I don't want to bother him if he doesn't want to be bothered. See, that's the thing. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see what the Filipina can find out. She says, "I'm going to keep asking," because she's got family in Toledo City. She even found out what barangay his girlfriend lived in. So I forward all that information to Scott. Hopefully he can forward it to the family to let them know, yeah, he's over here. We talked to the girlfriend. But really, I'm not going to go any further than that. I'm not going to go to the police. I'm not going to go to the embassy or anything like that. If the family's watching, what you probably need to do is to come over here. If you're that concerned, You need to come over here. Because they're only going to give me so much information anyhow by me not being, kin to the young man. But according to his pictures, he just looks like a regular guy. He looks younger than 43. He looks to be in good shape and everything. But we found him pretty damn quick. And I was happy for that, but then the bells and whistles start going off. The woman really didn't want to give any information. Like, you see all this on Facebook, thousands of people then shared the information and looking out there. I mean, contact me so I can give the information, to his family that he's really okay, because I didn't talk to him. Nobody talked to him. We talked to the girlfriend. So what y'all think, man? I believe I've done all I can. I'm stuck right now, man, and I don't think I need to go further snooping into his business. And maybe he doesn't want to be found. Maybe he enjoys himself over here, because it happens. It happens far too often. My thing is, because, the women that we deal with, they know nothing about immigration. They know nothing about that until we tell them. So I don't even know if he's behind on his immigration. He's been over here for a while. So does he know that he has to get a exit clearance? See, this is the type of information I would give him when I'm able to talk to him. But it seems like she doesn't want anybody to talk to him. So I think I'm just going to hold off until, further notice. I've given the family all the information I got, guys, okay? I just want to give y'all a little update on Maryland and on this situation. Guys, the Philippines isn't going anywhere. If you come over here and you meet somebody nice, man, just go on back home. Don't stay over here and get in trouble. And if you do come over here, hell, stay in contact with your family. The only thing that's got me kind of worried is they say, he was diagnosed with paranoia. I'm like, well, what does that mean? Does that mean PTSD? Does that mean paranoid schizophrenic? Maybe he is just wandering around over here. But my next question would be, how would she be dealing with him if he's in that bad of a situation? But if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever y'all find your heart to help somebody, now the day goes by, I don't help somebody. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid, man. Come over here, man, see the woman, man, go on home. Stay in touch with your family. They're wary. Okay, they know something's going on. My message to them would be to come over here and do the snooping yourself. I've given you enough information. He's right over there in Toledo City, Cebu. Somebody knows that family over there. Toledo City's even smaller than St. Carlos City. But don't have your family worried for nothing. You're a grown man. If you don't want to come home, then don't come home. Also, if you're over here in the Philippines, man, be careful, man. A lot of people catching this chicken pox or whatever it is. A friend, Kaz's girlfriend's cousin has monkey pox. The symptoms are similar. Maryland said when they went to the hospital, it's full of people suffering from it. Wear your mask, man. Certainly if you're on those buses and different things like that, you get in these jeepneys and pedicabs, man, and tricycles. It's one thing, you're going to be put in close proximity with people over here. Just be on the lookout for that, man. You don't want to get sick over here. I am in Dumaguete. I'm going to hook up with my buddy Paul later. I'll be here probably till Monday. We'll probably go to dinner. But if you see me, I'm going to go down to the boulevard, because I'm on the boulevard, but I'm north of all the action. I'm north of Starbucks. I'm north of Why Not. But I'm going to go down there, just chill out, man, feel a little breeze, because you can see it's not real hot today. It's got an overcast and a little breeze. I'm just go down there, maybe drink a coffee, just do something. So if you see me down there, man, let's have a coffee. Let's have some conversation, man, And because I met a guy here last night from Georgia, and he recognized me, and we talked, man. And he said, "How long you been here in the Philippines?" I said, 7 years. He said, "Man, you must be a strong man to be able to deal with the Philippines for that long." But it's really not that bad, guys. I don't sweat the small stuff, because there's a lot of small stuff over here that people get caught up in. Just don't sweat the small stuff. It is what it is. You know, it's not the United States. It's not Thailand. It's the Philippines, man. And that's the reason why I've been able to stay here for so long. And people think I'm crazy when I say I love it here. You know, I live a Western lifestyle. All that stuff that they talk about doesn't affect me, because most of the time I walk right by it. Look at where I am now. You see any trash here? You see any poverty here? Nobody's begging. This place here is called the Marina Condo Complex. It's a few years old, but it's nice here. Nice swimming pool, nice gym. But if you see me hook up, I think I saw, I could be mistaken, but I think I saw Gio's ex yesterday. And she looks better in person than she does on these videos. She's a lot curvier. Maybe it was somebody that looked like her. I don't know.
Boots on the ground, don't do nothing stupid. Give that man his flowers, a tribute through music. If I don't know nothing, I know one thing. When we help others,